Hey guys, Genesis Moss here. Just wanted to do a quick pickup video, let you guys know some of the stuff that I've gotten in between filming of episodes of the multiplayers because, well, I don't just buy games when I'm out hunting with Josh, I buy games on my own as well. So I just wanted to share some of these quick pickups, well, not really quick, it's about 30 games almost that I picked up. And just want you guys to see it and just kind of show off and brag a little bit. So I got mostly PS2, and a small handful of PS1 games. I got them at the Amelia thrift store, and at $2 a pop, you can't help but buy these. So, let's jump in. We're going to start by going through my magical Legend of Zelda backpack with mostly PS1 games here. There are a couple of loose PS2 games that happen to be in jewel cases. So we'll start off with this one here, Intellivision Lives. It's a collection of old Intellivision games, so this is going to be pretty interesting because I never had an Intellivision, and it's going to give me a few nice handful more games to review. So we got that. This is actually a duplicate. I already have it, but for $2 I couldn't pass it up, and I'm going to use it as part of a giveaway on the multiplayers. Final Fantasy Tactics. It's green label. The disc's in pretty good condition. Obviously, as you can tell, it still has the manual, and the jewel case looks pretty good. I also got a game I've never heard of, but I'm willing to give it a try. Eternal Eyes. It looks like another RPG. It looks almost like a strategy RPG, which scares me if it is, because I don't like strategy games. But still, yet another game. Binky, you are about to knock my games over, little boy. This is my wife's cat, Binky, by the way, guys. He's over 20 pounds and he likes belly rubs. Isn't that right, boy? Yeah. So, this is a loose game I didn't have a jewel case for. And it looks almost like it's got a crack in it, which is going to suck if it doesn't work. But 007, Everything or Nothing, another one of the James Bond games. PS1, Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit 3. Not really a big racing game fan myself, but the disc again is in pretty decent condition. Manual, nice case. And for $2 I couldn't pass it up. I like the Need for Speed games, so we'll see how this plays. Got a PS2 demo disc. Looks like it has Maximo on it. This, I think, is actually a PC game, FIFA 2000, because it doesn't have a PlayStation or any other system markings on it. Another PlayStation demo disc. This is disc only, and it's only the first disc of the game, but the game was actually only one disc to begin with. It also had a demo disc that came with it, but Vagrant Story. This is a game that I owned way back in the day, bought it brand new for $50, and sold it to a buddy of mine, who then turned around and sold it to another buddy of mine years later. He could have sold it to me. But yeah, Vagrant Story, finally got that again. Here's one of my favorite games. It's a little really badly scuffed up on the front, and I'm hoping and praying it hasn't gone all the way through. But Resident Evil Director's Cut in a Resident Evil 3 jewel case. So, hope it works. Games my wife will like: Spyro the Dragon, Crash Bandicoot Warp, which is also a duplicate game that we have, so hopefully we can use that as a giveaway on multiplayers as well. And Spyro, Year of the Dragon, which I believe is one we have too. So we got a few games that we're going to be able to give away on the multiplayer, so keep watching for that, guys. And the final PS1 game that I found in here, at least from the pile that I just grabbed, Twisted Metal 1. I think I already have this, and we'll see if I already have it. Guess what? Giveaway! Now, moving on into this wonderful backpack, pulling out the PS2 games here, one of which is factory sealed, but you'll understand why when you see the game. I would have kept it factory sealed and never opened it too. But we have Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 for PS2. It's got the manual, it's got the disc, pretty good condition, pretty happy with it. Pac-Man World Rally, never played it. Looks like a Mario Kart style game with Pac-Man. I'll have to give it a try. We've got The Hobbit, based off of Lord of the Rings, or the J.R. Tolkien book, The Hobbit. This is before the games by... This is before the movie by Peter Jackson came out, obviously. It's a PS2 game. And I'll have to give it a try. I've never played it, so it's worth a shot, but disc and manual. Next is a game that I'm either going to be fond of or I'm going to hate it, but it's based off of my favorite Disney character, Stitch. I I really love Lilo and Stitch. This is the game Stitch Experiment 626. So I'm going to have to try it out. We got the manual and the disc in there, and it's in pretty good condition. So I definitely cannot wait to play this game. Next up is Dr. Muto. I've heard of this game, but I've never played it. Again, disc and manual. So it's in pretty decent condition. You know, all these came, most of them with their disc and their manual. Some just had the manual, some just had the, well, not just the manual, some just had the discs, but most of them are in really good condition. Some of them are pretty scratched up, but otherwise, not too bad. Next is a game, a sequel to a game, and another sequel to a game. Pac-Man Worlds 2 and 3. Now, if you watch my last episode of the Gamer Chronicles, I'll be reviewing Pac-Man World 2 this week. So we're going to see how that turns out. Here's the factory sealed game, and trust me, I understand why. It's got stickers on it where it was $14.95. It's got 25% off, 75% off. If you had the 25 and the 75, somebody probably got it for 100%, but just kidding here. But it is factory sealed, and that's pretty neat. And that is puzzle challenge, crosswords, and more. I will probably never play this. Moving on. Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King for the PS2. See, disc and manual. You know, again, some of these games are games I'm not that interested in, but they help fill the collection because real gamers buy every game they can get their hands on. At least that's what I'm told. Kind of got confused there because I saw another Need for Speed 2 game, but it wasn't, it was a different one. This is Need for Speed Underground 2. That one was Hot Pursuit that I first pulled out of here. Again, disc and manual. I'll have to give it a try because Need for Speed games are pretty darn fun. So we'll give that one a chance, of course. We have Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. Again, this is one of those ones that just had the disc, no manual. Have to try that one out. A lot of these games are games I've never played. This is a game based off of one of my favorite comic franchises, so I'm definitely encouraged to give this one a chance. That is Spawn Armageddon. It's either going to be really good or really terrible. There's no chance of it being in between. I might review it sometime. Chances are I will. Here's another game I'm probably never going to play. Pinball Hall of Fame. I might give this one chance, but no manual, just the disc. You know, this is a pretty good haul that I got here, so. Next up is Family Guy, the video game. I have only heard about how awful this is. So, I'm definitely going to end up reviewing this one day, but yeah, this is just terrible from everything. Every review that I've ever seen on this PS2 version of the Family Guy game is just awful. So, yeah. Next up is Minority Report, Everybody Runs. Never saw the Minority Report movies, but that's whatever. I'll still give this a chance. Now here's one that I'm not sure whether I have the game complete or if I just have the disc, but I know I have it already. But that's Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. So I might only be giving away the disc, but again, this is another game that's going to end up in my giveaways. So I hope you guys definitely check that out because we have a lot of good giveaways coming up on the multiplayer. Now this is probably the gem of the PS2 games. I always liked the game Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. I never played the original Legacy of Kain, but Legacy of Kain Defiance. The Legacy of Kain games are pretty darn fun. This used to belong to Justin K. Merchant and Elizabeth M. Merchant. So yeah, this used to belong to you guys. I don't know who you are, but it's mine now. Disc's in good condition, has the manual, beautiful art on it, and I'm definitely excited to try this game out. That's it for all my pickups this week. To just add another honorable mention of a game, some games that I have gotten that I didn't bring upstairs to show off because everything's already hooked up now. But I was able to get a hold of a Sega Master System with 3 games. The games were, I don't remember what the games were. I know one of them was California Games. I got a baseball game and some other sports game. They were all racing games, so they just didn't really appeal to me. But still, just the fact that I got a Sega Master System and some games is great because I didn't have the system to begin with. So that was it for this pickup video. I hope you guys click that like button, leave me some comments. Let me know what you think of the games that I got. Maybe there's a game in here that you would particularly like for me to review. Let me know and we'll see what we can do to make that happen. Thank you guys so much for watching. Binky says goodbye as well. Game over. Get right. Oh, he's getting that belly. Oh, is Daddy getting that belly? Oh, Daddy's getting that belly. Oh, I'm just getting that belly on that Binky. I'm just getting that Binky belly. I'm just getting that Binky belly. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Who's got a Binky belly? You got a Binky belly.